for the continuation of the exciting tales of the Lords of the Sea. It is the holiday season. Been on and off with some of the scheduling with that, but things happen in life. But we're here now to have a good time, and hopefully we'll have the grandest of times tonight. With that said, let me get the recap, refresh everybody's memories from what has happened, and where we're going to start off today. The evening wind blew as the spray of seawater hit your faces as the ship made port in Seawall. Falfeard informed you that it would take some time to fence the recovered pirate booty, but paid you for a job well done, both in escort of his ship, but also in the murder of the pirates who attacked it. Having coin in your pocket, and owed more, you inquire about the pirate bounty on the captain at the local constable. A tiefling officer walked with you to the Hall of the Dead. Using dark magic, he spoke with the dead and confirmed the captain's identity. Another bounty claimed, earned, collected. Now paid, you find yourselves with a lot more coin, but nowhere to spend it. Vetch, having been to Seawall in his travels, recalled tales of the Dry Manatee Tavern. Reaching the tavern, hungry and tired, you enjoy an evening of good food, good ale, and unwind with a bit of arm wrestling and some gambling. After a week of exploring, or in some cases exploiting, Seawall in your downtime, you bump into a group of thugs under the employ of a noble called Jesper. Thinking it best not to engage with this lot, you head out to check on the other bounties while fencing of the pirate goods are finalized. Not finding any other bounties, you are finally given pay for the goods, but on your way back to the Dry Manatee to discuss the next course of adventure, you notice some commotion from a dark alley nearby. There, in the shadows, 3 men bicker with hushed voices. You recognize them from Jesper's gang. And this is where we're going to pick off.
Oh, shit.
I'm not excited at all. Not at all.
You and Anbach about to start a war.
Now, I am pulling up the Jellyfish Haven map for everybody, so if, depending on how far we get, we may be using that to expand the map today. So,
Cool.
Okay.
Should be some excitement. Now,
Woohoo.
let me get the proper mood music here. Let's see. That'll work. All right. So, you see these guys bickering in the alley. You recognize them from that noble's gang of thugs. What do you like to do?
Okay, so
I'd like to know what Torin and Anbach say about the situation, because they were the ones that were sort of in the altercation.
well, I wanted to throw down with them right then and there in the bar. So if we're gonna do that here, I'm down. But how do you feel, Anbach? This is Anbach. Are you here?
It's all you.
Oh no, he's muted. Okay, there he is.
Anbach has fallen on deaf ears.
Honestly, like, I really want to, I don't know.
The dude who was giving us the bounty money did say that these guys were stirring up a lot of trouble and they were looking for the right moment to arrest them because they haven't.
I think he also, like, kind of said we shouldn't fuck with that shit.
I think that was out of interest for our well-being, but I am a Dragonborn and I fear nothing. So
Wait, you're a Dragonborn?
yeah, I'm a Dragonborn.
I have no idea.
we Dragonborns are proud.
Are you?
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
my gosh, we're
We love compliments.
Each other.
We love compliments.
We
If you
learn
want,
so much about
ever
each
want to
other right
compliment
now.
me, yeah,
Man, Torn. It's like I haven't
yeah,
just
man. You're
gone
a
through
fish
the
man.
whole adventure, and yes,
You
I'm
melted a
fish
man's
man.
face,
You know how
or a
racist
woman's
that
face.
is, fish man. That's like
Yeah, well-
calling me Asia face.
We do. We are. I wouldn't say that we're a racist race, but we do think we're superior. So
Fish man. I'm just yanking your chain, dude. I don't care. You can call me.
I don't
fish
have any
man or
chains.
Whatever. It's a turn of phrase.
Nice.
I think I don't know. I mean, like I'm kind of feeling a little thrifty. Like let's maybe we should just like follow them like from a creepy distance and see what they're up to.
Well, we don't even know. We haven't even tried to eavesdrop on them yet because we
Right.
try to eavesdrop on them because
I was going to
we
suggest.
heard them, but we don't know what they're talking about. We don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Are we hungry?
They could-
Like,
they could-
have we? I'm just saying, like, if we're about to go do some stuff, we should probably eat first.
I had a bunch
What?
of pork. Remember?
Yeah. We had a meal.
That was a long time ago.
You
that
know,
was last night.
Listen. Okay.
wasn't
but-
it? Wait, no, that was
Look,
that was days and days ago because we did the whole thing. By the way, can I come out of character real quick?
Sure.
I just
Sure.
want to verify that I in fact spend all of my money that I made with my dank ass relaxation fighting pit show to put everybody up in aristocratic suites for 5 days.
What
Because
a pal.
I remember specifically saying I wanted to do that, and I just want to make sure everybody had a good time.
So
I had a pretty good time.
I know
Ben-
Torn
Ben was
said
kinda
he was
small
like
for me,
not
but I
going to
think-
accept it, and that he was going to sleep in a gutter or something.
No, I ended up sleeping in common, like
Okay.
rooms or whatever because I didn't want to catch the herp.
Yeah, no, it was. It's good to see you again.
Or something.
I mean, we had a blast. We were basically just living it up on the.
Well, yeah, you, me, and
The
Katag
sea.
all joined the same underground fighting crap.
Yeah, and I won.
So,
Fight
And-
Club.
Yeah, I came second.
all right, so for the aristocratic, it's 10 gold minimum a day. So that's 50 gold per person that you wanted to support in that lifestyle.
Yeah, but not Torn because he said no.
Yeah, I think he was going for
Everybody else, it was
the
me, Tier,
modest,
Veg, and
where
Dog.
he wasn't going to get any diseases or robbed or anything like that. That was the lowest, which was only a single gold a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, if you did that, I believe you had was it 200 gold or?
I think it was 200.
Yeah, if it was 200, that all of that would have went to the aristocratic lifestyle, which, just to remind you, is a life of plenty and comfort. So only some of the most powerful people in the community get to live such a life. Excellent lodgings, maybe a townhouse in the nicest part of town, maybe some of the finest rooms. Basically, think of it like a little presidential suite, or the. Have you ever seen Smoking Aces? Where he just had the entire floor, pretty much that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
The
imagining.
best foods,
How
you
big
have-
are the beds?
the beds probably are like 5 beds just mixed into one.
Yeah.
You know, you roll over twice, you're still in
It
bed.
depends which bed we're talking about. Are we talking about like the bed in the orgy room or like your individual floors?
Well,
Well,
with
it's
these
like
with these
it's
kind of
tall
lodgings, every room's an orgy room.
There we go.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey.
Mirror on the ceiling.
Can Torin have at least party with us? Like he doesn't have to have.
Yeah, he can party there. That's fine. That's not a problem.
Okay, Torin, like, you were able to at least come chill.
He's
with us.
out in the cold watching.
But like while we were like passing out in our amazing things, like the hotel staff came and was like,
I have no
"You gotta-
need for such.
You have to get out.
Carnal
And we were
pleasure.
Like,
Yeah. Such a. I can't remember the word right now. Oh well.
You're a dragonborn.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
Materialistic.
So we did
there
that,
We
and it was mad fun. And so now I guess we're like coming out. Like I'm a little hungover. I feel like.
go. And
It was like
Jesper's
a week,
crew.
it was basically a 5-day bender celebrating my glorious victory in the fighting pits. And yeah, so we see these dudes, and I'm in that like it's starting to the celebration's wearing off, and I'm like, no, I want that glory. I want to get that feeling again. So I don't know. I kind of say like, yo, Torn, like, what do we do? Do we want to just like straight up start shit with these boys, or
Well,
should
that
we
Zane fucker, Zane fucker pushed you, and I pushed him back. Remember?
Do we know it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same exact people?
They're part of the same group, which means eventually,
recognize
Yeah, but you
them.
named somebody's very specific.
I get to punch someone in the face that is named Zane eventually if we follow these guys.
Oh, you want to follow, not fight?
Maybe.
Well, we don't even
Depends.
know. I
Yeah,
figured
they could be talking about Christmas right now and what they're going to get their grandparents. We don't know.
I figured we were going to try to listen in first. You want to
Right.
do a listen in?
Yes. That's what I was waiting. I felt like
In
you were
unison.
asking Churns. Yeah. I mean,
So Dave, is that an
Henku person.
insight or?
Perception.
All right. So for those who'd like to eavesdrop, roll a perception check for me, please.
I want
Alright,
to do it. Perception
Now-
check is coming.
Now, what's interesting now, Vetch, one of your bardic abilities,
my
your new
God.
ones, is you for skills that you aren't trained in, you get a little bonus with that. That's what you saw that other attachment there. That's what you see that +1. So, going over perceptions here.
Unbach heard a butterfly and just started walking away.
Yeah, I mean, Katag pretty much heard the same thing, that just, you hear the wind and you start hearing different things, just easily distracted, Plastic bag, plastic bag, just blowing in the wind. Vetch, with a modified 20, hears everything. Torin with an 11 can pick up little bits and pieces when they raise their voices above a whisper, but not the whole conversation. And Ankpa with a mighty 2. That's definitely plastic bag territory. So let's see.
What is that noise?
He's
All right.
hungover.
So Vetch, what you pick up here is one of them looks like a younger human. Kind of, looks like he, works up, but not super buff or anything like that. Just, kind of on the athletic side, just barely, though. Oi, you bloody oaf! You got your arm caught by the stupid gnome trap! And then the one that's got the arm trap in his big, burly half arc with a red mohawk and ponytail. You better pray I don't get my hand out of this mechanism, otherwise I'll tear your face off!
Oh.
And another one, another young human, has like a little single earring, kind of long, dark hair. Guys, keep it down. We don't want to attract any attention. This is not good. Not good.
So is that the end of everything that we hear, or that cheers?
That's the full conversation that Vetch has heard.
Okay, so,
Torin heard like bits and pieces of it.
Right.
Some of the name calling and
somebody said something about ripping someone's face off. I don't know.
So what would y'all like to do?
Vetch. Well, since Vetch heard everything, what do you want to do?
I Vetch.
Yeah.
Well-
no, I was,
So you're asking what do I want to do?
yeah, since you heard everything.
Well-
what you
Vetch has come to the realization here that like, even though it's probably smartest and wisest to walk the other way, that's probably not going to happen. Considering 2 of the party seem really eager to start some shit. So he's just going to relay what he heard and maybe make a note that one of the guys seems to be at least somewhat incapacitated by a trap. So if they do want to be crazy and ambitious and nuts, this is their time to do it without maybe much much chance for the other people to fight back.
After hearing what Vetch has relayed,
God.
I agree. Oh no!
Vetch just starts playing a tune right out of the middle of nowhere.
That's
a
the
song
wrong mood
of
music.
sneaking.
Oh my god.
Right, so after hearing,
Vetch just starts going into a shindig about the battle that's about to
Yeah, can I stand back and serenade?
I immediately agree that since that one of them is trapped in a gnome trap or whatever, I agree that we should immediately take advantage of this. If anything, pin these guys down and figure out where, get some information about Jesper's crew and whether or not it should be something that we tackle as far as trying to take them down and maybe getting a reward from the town or something, you know, since they seem to be running amok.
I'm down to clown. So
I'm sure you are. I'm really worried about what Anbach thinks.
I'm down. I'm down for it.
All right, you want to melt some faces off?
I do. I really. But before we do that, I just want to do my leveling up thing.
wait, you haven't done that yet?
No. So the level 1 spells, warlock spells, I took 2 of these already.
You get one more that you know, but you only have 2 slots. So you basically have 3 spells to choose from, but you can only cast 2 a day.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like
So you get a little more selection, but not any additional casting.
Okay. And do I just drag this stuff over onto my
Yeah,
action
when you see
page?
a spell in that list, you can just drag the little dragon head for the spell and throw it right onto the actions tab where your spells are at, and it should add it right there for you.
Okay. What if there's no dragon head next to it?
There should be. What spell are you looking at?
Agonizing blast.
Oh, that's not a spell. That's an invocation. Make sure you're on the actual warlock spell list.
Right, but I get 2 invocations, right?
Right, but they're not spells.
Okay.
Think of them like
But then-
Torin's breath weapon. You know, there's something unique to what he is because you're a warlock. Those are unique to you, so they're not really spells. Some of the descriptions
warlock?
they say spell, but that's only because of Fantasy Grounds how it works in the background. They're not really spells. Some of them will duplicate spell effects, but don't think of them as a spell to drag and drop with that.
Okay.
So,
Boom. Okay, but so so I picked my spell for the Eldritch invocation.
Right, you get 2 of those. You get 2
I get
invocations.
2 of those.
Right.
One of them is, where did it go? There's so many of these.
Yeah, there's
So
a
can
bunch
I drag
of them.
that? Can I drag that spell over if it does have a dragon head?
Let's see. For the invocation, I'm trying to see the best way to do it because some of them they don't automatically code well. Try dragging that into the powers area where you have your Eldritch invocations.
Yeah, you mean the can? Oh, powers. I see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
try dragging it there. See if it'll populate.
No,
If not,
it
I'll have
moved
to
it
try
under
to
it
code
moved it
whatever
to
you pick in.
spells.
So if they have a spell there, like let's say, you know, speak with animals, you can drag that in there. We'll just have to, you know, put in there that it's an evocation later, so we know what that is because we want to make sure it's the correct thing.
Yeah. So I dragged silent image to powers and it put it under spells.
That's fine because it's listed. Now that was from the evocations list.
Yes, and the other one I'm taking is agonizing blast, which
Agonizing
doesn't have a
Blast.
dragon head, and it just I
Yeah,
think
it just has
means-
Eldritch Blast.
It just means
on
more
there.
face melting on the thing that I melted the face with.
Correct. You get to add your
Yeah.
charisma damage. So, but you still get to add a spell. So add that.
I
you know,
did. I did. Charm person.
Charm person. Okay. Okay. It popped up at the top there. All right. So yeah, you should
Yeah.
be good to go with that. We'll manually add some of the hex damage here. In fact, I think we can do it on the Eldritch Blast here. Save 1d10 force damage.
Let's melt faces. That's not faces.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean, like,
You should always aim for the face.
you literally were like,
There you go.
Are you down to melt some faces? And I was like, sure. Let me.
So
get
it should
that
now
face
add
melted.
the agonizing blast damage to your Eldritch Blast.
Okie doke. Beautiful. Yes, like very much.
All right, so now that you're leveled up, what are y'all doing?
I got a question.
Shoot.
You said they're in an alleyway, correct?
This
That's
is
where
correct.
Look at them. Is this alleyway a dead end?
The alleyway is not a dead end, but they're pretty far away from the other end of the alley.
Okay. I kind of want to, if we're gonna engage these guys, kind of want to, see if we could maybe flank that and like, would it be possible for, say, myself to run around the other side?
Yeah, yeah, if you take a couple rounds, you can run around the block and get to the other side of the alley.
Okay. That's just, hypothetical. Otherwise, if we want to, if we wanted to engage these guys, could I just say we want to engage these guys and then go do it?
You can do that as well, yes.
Okay. All right.
How does wait? Hang on, one question. If just for curiosity, does the whole gang go into combat once combat starts, or if I literally just wanted to sit there and play a song while these guys beat up on these incapacitated people? Is that
That sounds fun. I would like.
Am I out of combat?
Technically, no. If you're there and they perceive you as a threat, you'd be in combat. Whether or not you actually attack or do anything harmful, something different. Combat's all about who is noticed by hostile forces or what forces perceive as being hostile.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're with the other group and they know you're with the other group and the other group is beating their faces in, they're going to be hostile towards you as well.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know, Turns. I feel like maybe if you just whip it out and start playing some tunes, they might.
I see your brothel lingo is still carried over to the next day, right?
We need an Archer phrasing. A little pop-up email.
How about
whip it out?
That's going to be a quote.
I mean, like your thing.
What? Doesn't clarify anything, my friend.
I'm trying.
I know. We just came off a 4-day binge. I gotcha.
Are you finished?
I throw my spear down the alley.
No way.
I'm so tired of them arguing.
How-
What do I want to do? I just
how
am
much-
drunk and I throw it down the alley.
How much is this guy incapacitated by the gnome trap? Is there should I roll something to find that out, or could I just know that?
Make an insight check. See if you can read the body language. See if you can.
Go.
All right, so 15. With that, you can see that the guy is pretty stuck in there. He can't. He's jerking and torquing his shoulder. All you can see is about from a little bit past the elbow, and to his shoulder. That's all you can see of his arm, and his arm's not giving any leeway when he tries to tug on it. And the others are kind of scrambling, trying to... Whatever it's caught in, they're trying to frantically get him out of it.
Okay, so are they close enough for me to sprint in and use Action Surge to try and... Because that gives me 2 attacks, basically, right? I would be able to attack twice?
You can do a single move and... use your action to attack, and then use the action surge to attack again.
Use it to attack again. Is that what you said?
Yeah, because you get another action,
be
and
on
an
one
action
die?
you can do multiple things with it. You don't have to just attack.
Right. Could I attack 2 different people, one and then another?
Yes, because
that?
you're using one attack to attack somebody, and then action surge to attack again, but this time on a different target.
Okay, I would like to, if I could, sprint in and swipe both of them. I want to say the Achilles, but I feel like that's really brutal.
Fine, but Did we not do a initiation?
Initiative.
Do I have to do that? I can do that.
Not really, because
We got a combat.
essentially,
I-
yeah, and that's what I was getting to. Essentially, they don't notice you right now, so you would have what's called surprise on them, meaning you get to act first in combat. You get kind of a free round in combat. So anytime an attacker, and this could be enemies too, are not noticed and they're going to be hostile towards you in combat, they would get the surprise round. But now that only occurs in before the first round of combat. So it's not like somebody comes in later in combat and then they get a free action or it doesn't work like that. It's only the very first round of combat.
The two men that are not caught in the trap, can I run in and slice them both on the Achilles tendon?
You can go in and swing at them, yes.
Okay, I will. Okay, then I will swing at them. I will run in and swing at them
All
with my
right.
actions.
So what we're going to do here, just for sanity's sake, I want everybody to roll initiative. And I'm just going to roll a d20 here for these guys.
Initiative is time.
Oh, I have to go to main for that. It's in between AC and speed.
Whoa,
Yes, it's the
Katog.
INIT.
Right. Oh no!
Wow. So we got a modified 14 for Ankh-Ba.
Oh,
we
God.
got
Oh my
a
god.
modified 20 for Katog, a 1 for Torin, and a 4 for Vetch.
You
I
guys
didn't
are
want to be a
the
part of this
worst.
anyway, to be fair. I just want to watch.
Yeah, you're just playing you.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just
you'll
chilling.
be
This
part
is
of it. You'll
fine.
just go second to last.
Well, that's
Now,
fine.
remember-
Maybe you guys all cleaned up.
Remember, this is a surprise round, so they don't get to go during this part. So, Katog technically can do something before anybody
same
else if
thing.
he would like.
Katao, you should totally just do what I was planning on
Yo,
doing.
go pants him, dude.
No.
They're stuck in a trap, right?
No.
One of them
is
is stuck.
Pull
The other
the
two are
pants
we
down.
not.
gotta incapacitate the other
Pull
two
that pants.
so that we can interrogate the third one.
Pull his pants down, man.
No. Anbach, we know that you're a little bit
What-
not
what is
all
the
there
benefit-
today.
What is the benefit of a short sword?
You can
Benefit
fight.
from using that. On...
Well, with that, you can fight with it offhanded because of its weapon properties. Not all weapons you can wield in both hands. So that's one of its major benefits.
Just running.
If you're using a great sword, you're not going to be wielding any other weapons because great sword requires two hands. Hence why it's called a two-handed weapon.
So
Well, I can't. How far away are they?
dang, man.
They're about 25 feet.
So
So you can get there in one move.
Well, and they're
Um,
frantically panicking.
point that I was. Anyway, I was just gonna. Do we have a map? Like I don't.
No, there is no map for this. Not all combats have maps.
Oh well, I was gonna sort them. So how would I do that if I don't have?
You
Or
can
not.
you just describe your action to them and I describe what goes on with that.
Okay. How many? It's 3 people, right?
Yes, one of them
Yeah.
appears to be stuck.
So
One of
attack
them's
the half.
two that aren't.
And one of them's mad, or the dude that's stuck's mad at one of the guys. The guy that, like, out of the talking between both of them, I want to get him with my sword.
All right, so if you move in there to attack, roll your. Oh, wait, hang on. So, wow, a 1. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be an automatic failure.
Do I not get an amplify because of the prize?
No, all the surprise does is let you get a kind of a free turn in combat. So
Okay.
using that, you move up and you go to swing, and you're just a little too excited. And when you swing, You miss your target entirely. Your sword hitting the wall, making a deep gash into the brick of the wall. And they all kind of look at you like, "What the deuce?"
And I'm not surprised
Pick on Buck.
at all.
Now that was just with your regular action and move. Did you want to use your action surge as well? Because I'll give you another.
I mean, I don't
action.
know the distance between me and the other.
They're all together, so you could use your action
Yeah,
surge to make another attack on either the same target or a
Oh.
different one. Yeah, they're all clustered together because they're trying to
I'll
help the
use
other guy
action
out.
surge. How do I use action?
All right, so I just ticked it off here. So you just, if you're going to make another attack, just roll the attack roll. All right, an 18 is much better than a natural 1. So you definitely hit your target here. So I want you to just roll your damage. All right, so 9. All right, so this time after scraping the brick, you just lift the weapon up, coming back down again on the same poor bastard. And this is the young human that was kind of stuttering a little bit with the little earring, as a sword kind of just cleaves right into him, going about halfway through his midsection as you come down with the greatsword. The other one's like, "Good Lord!" And he just looks like wants to grab his weapon. He can't act in combat yet, but you can tell he's like, his hands are kind of gravitating to his blade. All right, so with that was Katag's action. Let's see. Ankh-Ba.
Yeah. How many hostiles are there?
There are now 2.
2.
Oh, so the other guy is totally dead.
Other guy is very, very dead. So yeah, there is no coming back from the level of dead that he is at. His HP went way too low for that.
So
Damn.
So I'm able to attack one of the other dudes now?
Yes, there's one that's still stuck, which is the half orc, and there's the other one that kind of has been saying "blimey" and all that with the really bad British accent.
Really bad.
So
I am not a voice actor. I am not
I'm
going to claim that I am making a British
I'm
accent.
assuming
Well.
when I tried to throw my spear, like it didn't work or something. So
You didn't actually do it. It didn't happen.
It didn't.
It hadn't happened. It can happen now, though.
In your mind, you envisioned it, though.
So what I do is I pull it out from behind my back and I hold it horizontal in front of me and I grab it with 2 arms
Okay.
outstretched in front of me. And
All right, so just kind of menacingly hold the spear out?
Well,
Just-
no, and then I start like dancing with it. Like I twirl it, like not around and around, but like my arms. My arms stay attached, like I'm holding it, and I make like a circle with my arms out in front of me.
So you're doing kind of like the kung fu thing where they're twirling the weapon and kind of an intimidating.
Sort of, but it's like.
Sort
but
of.
I'm
What are the guys
also-
with the
But
fire
I'm also
sticks
squatting
around?
up and down while I do this. And I'm
Oh,
going,
God.
Face melting more than meets the eye, and then I.
Oh my god.
And then I throw an eldritch blast that's empowered by some charisma at the British dude's face.
All right, well, in that case, roll your attack roll for your Eldritch Blast.
Okay. But before I do it, I look at him and I go,
This is the melt face thing, right?
Yes, this is what he got the critical on that just
My mouth
annihilated
waters a
the
little.
captain.
how do I
I enjoy watching him melt faces.
Eldritch Blast? I'm on actions.
Yeah,
Don't
so
make a fish man out of you.
so on your actions, if you go to your Eldritch Blast, there's going to be the loop, like the little magnifying glass or lasso. If you click that, you should see cast, attack, damage. Just click the attack, and that should automatically roll the attack roll. Should give you a +4 bonus on a d20. All right, so rolled a 12. A 12 will hit. So
Yes.
roll the damage. So just click on the little red blood drop. And it's already applied the damage here. So 5 damage. So as you do this flurry with the spear, and then you just come around and whip out your hands, the arcs of black energy going through the alleyway strikes the other gentleman on the other side of the trapped half-orc. As he does so, you hear him, "Wah!" And he just flies back, feet just flip up in the air as his body hits the alleyway with a loud thud. He is not moving.
Is he dead though?
You don't know.
Okay.
And you just see the half-orc still kind of trapped, still trying to wrench his arm out of the wall.
I mean, I'm a little drunk still, so I'm not surprised it wasn't a great hit. Still pretty impressive.
All right, are you going to move at all?
You should probably move forward so you can go check.
That was my action. Yeah. So wait. Why was Katag allowed to do 2 actions?
Because he had Action Surge, which is a class ability.
Oh, that's cool.
Now you can only do it once per short rest, like his self-healing. But that's one of the advantages of a fighter. And later on, the Action Surge, you can use that multiple times during a short rest. So at some point, like, he can do it, like, I think 3 or 4 times. It's insane. They just wreck people at that point.
Is there anywhere for me to, because I don't really, I know it's like an alley, but like, can I like move and find some cover?
Well,
like, I mean, there's little bits of rubbish in the alley if you want to try to kind of duck behind a little refuse.
So basically, I can go towards them or away from them. Those are my options.
You can go towards them and try to duck behind some of the garbage that's in the alley, or you can just hide if you want to just stay on the outskirts of the alleyway using the walls as cover.
Yeah, I want to do that second one.
Second one? Okay. So you're not going in the alley, you just kind of stay back, just kind of peering over the wall there. All right, and that's pretty much all you can do here. Vetch.
So just to scene set, Katag is in between myself and the people, right?
Well, Katag's out there. He's next to the orc and the 2 bodies in the alley that are not moving. Okay. He's not blocking you, but he's right next to that half-orc.
Is it possible to kind of slink up behind him and, while somewhat using him as a Goliath shield, jab around him at the half-orc with a rapier?
You can kind of move around him and then kind of move back behind him again if you want to keep Katag in between you and the target, yes.
All right, let's do that. That sounds like a pretty good body to have between me and a potential hit.
All right,
maybe they won't see me behind this giant thing.
All right, so roll your attack roll. And you got a 10. Surprising enough, with this half-orc arm being trapped, a 10 is enough to hit him.
Ooh. All right.
Roll your damage. And you roll a 9. So, as the half-orc's kind of, again, still pulling viciously on his arm, you see, like, blood. You can see his arm's kind of trapped, almost looks like a portcullis that is slammed down through this window. You move up with your rapier and stab him right through the lower back. The blade going all the way through, hitting the wall in front of him. As you pull the rapier out, he just kind of slinks down against the alley wall, arm still trapped. All right, Torin. They just stole your thunder, man.
I know. It's okay though, because is the guy that Wince hit? I mean, not Wince. Anbach is the guy that Anbach hit far enough away from, or close enough, so that I can walk towards him and see if he is alive or not? Because you said that
you can go over there, and
would that take up my action?
Check on their, how badly injured they are. Yes, and for that you're going to be rolling a medicine check. So I don't believe you have any training in that, so it's going to wind up just rolling your wisdom when you click on that.
Okay, so I'm rolling
The medicine. So go to
Medicine?
your skills and just
Okay.
double click on the die since you don't have anything to really drag it on, or you can just toss it into the box.
Right.
All right, so with a 14, which is enough to kind of stabilize, wounded companions enough. So you know enough that all three of these gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, have been shuffled loose the mortal coil. They are all dead.
Oh
Oh,
my
shit.
god, the orc guy is dead too.
Wow.
Yes.
I thought you might kill him, but I didn't think you. I was hoping you wouldn't. That is too bad. So so that means we've killed 3 men in an alleyway, and we have nothing to show for it. Well, not yet.
Good job, guys.
That wasn't me. That's not me. I have looked around. That is what I have
Your
contributed.
initiative saved you.
I wasn't going to kill the orc. I was going to save him for last. You should have checked on the other guy, and then we could have interrogated the orc. Now we have to search their bodies and hope they have some information on.
All right.
I stomp my foot on the ground, scoff, and shake my head at the lost opportunity.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Katag, it is your turn. This would be the actual first round of combat, but we're doing this just to keep kind of turns right now. But just pretend like you're still in combat for this. So, Katag, what would you like to do? There are 3 bodies on the ground. Now their blood's
Doing an
pooling in the
investigation
alleyway.
I'm just gonna do an investigation check.
All right, so you're searching one of the bodies? All right, with a 5. All right. So with that, you managed to find 7 silver pieces. But nothing really else of value on the gentleman. And this is at the one that you almost cleaved in twine.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do.
All right. So, let's see. That was Katag. We're going to go to Ankba. So, you're still outside of the alley. Seeing your friends already starting to loot. What would you like to do?
His mic is muted. Not sure if he realizes.
Sorry. Thanks,
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
That's okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, so I would like to. I'm a little suspicious. Silly. That was too easy. So I keep a lookout. I want to keep.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Keep make sure no dudes are gonna catch us with our pants down or we're looting.
All right. So you're standing outside the alley, just kind of scanning around, just seeing what's going on.
Giving some ocular pat downs and whatnot.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're watching the streets right now. Vetch, what would you like to do? Katag's already started to loot.
He only looted 1 body, right?
That is correct. There are 2 bodies that have yet.
Which
to be
one did he
looted.
loot?
He looted one of the humans, the
young
youngest
boy,
human
right?
that had the long hair and the earring. That's almost cut in 2.
Okay. I would like to go loot the orc because I figure the orc probably has most of the stuff on him. The half orc, because he's a big guy.
All right,
Probably the
roll-
one in charge.
Roll investigation.
That's under skills, right? Yes. Okay.
Please get something better than a 5.
I'm not giving you the gold though. Oh crap!
I'm not worried about what you. I'm worried about information. I don't give a shit about the money.
Wait, why are you so upset about the information?
Because that's Jesper's crew.
18.
There we go. There we go.
All right. So on that one, Vetch, he actually had 6 platinum pieces on him.
Ooh.
That's the good
All right,
stuff.
I'm gonna pocket those. But there's nothing else, right?
No, there's nothing really else other than the used, damaged gear that he has on. It's not really anything of value.
Okay.
It's literally the
Okay.
clothes on his back and what he brought out there to try to do whatever they were doing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pocket them, and that's gonna be the end of my turn.
All right. Let's see here.
these poor dudes.
They didn't have much, did
They
they?
probably
Torin.
weren't very highly ranked in the group that they're in or anything. I would like to do the same. I would like to loot the third gentleman, the British accent man. that
The badly
Unlocked
British
down.
accent man, yes.
Yes, exactly.
All right, roll a investigation, see what you can find off of him. 12.
Okay.
All right. So you're going through his pockets, rummaging through everything here. And as you do so, you find 11 gold pieces.
Okay. So we've now confirmed, though, that there is no information on these men, and we have nothing besides money. We have possibly just started a gang war, and we might have committed a crime.
Might have is an understatement.
Right.
Might
So,
My plan was not to kill these men.
You started it.
I
You
started
instigated
but
it.
You guys went wild. You went wild. Yes.
Katag,
No one said stab the man who has his arm in a trap.
Katag, what would you like to do?
Stab the guy with the arm in the trap. Ah.
I'm not sure. What are the options?
Well, right now you're
criminals.
standing in an alleyway, covered in blood, standing in pools of blood as you just rummage through dead men's belongings.
We're gonna have to leave town.
You would have contributed to these murders too. Didn't.
I'm not sure. I don't really know. To be honest.
Can I make a suggestion even though it's not my turn?
Since you're right there, yeah, I'll say yes.
Can we take these people to at least see if there's a bounty on them? We might as well get more, right? Like, what are we scared of?
Possibly. I mean, that is an option. I'm not going to say it's not.
We could also attempt to hide the bodies so that nobody will see them and we won't become automatic fugitives. Because I mean, even though these guys are associated with a criminal group, they obviously can't be taken down because they haven't screwed up enough to do so, which means they're technically, I guess, not even technically criminals. They're just known as a roughhousing group.
There's no bounty out on them, right?
Not that you're aware of.
If we don't hide these bodies, we are going to be criminals, and that's much worse than what they have on those guys.
Or
According to the bounty hunter guy.
Or we hang them up in the alley, and we write underneath them, "Snitches get stitches."
Well, that is the other thing, is that I guess there's probably not very good, forensics in this era of
Yeah.
time.
Did anyone see us commit this crime?
Not
I
that
guess
you're
we should-
aware of.
We're going to have
I'm
to check for
keeping
that.
an eye out, and I haven't noticed anybody, right?
So, Katag, it's still your turn.
Yo, Katag.
Roll check to see if you should check to see if people saw us.
That's what I'm doing, dude.
All right,
Okay,
make a
I'll
perception.
do a inspection check, or
If you're looking around to see if anybody's noticed, it's going to be a perception. Because you're surveying the area. All right, 17, not bad. So, you, very good, actually. You're looking around the alley, kind of, one end, just listening, seeing if you hear anything. Then down the other end where Ankh Ba's at, who's also kind of scanning the streets and everything. That's when you hear it. The sounds of metal sounds of
Oh.
footfalls approaching. Ankpa, as you're scanning, you also begin to hear this. And that's when you see them, Ankpa. Let's see, you see...
Oh man.
I will say... Let me roll it on his. Alright, you see 5
Oh god.
seawall guards
Oh,
approaching down the fairway.
say goodbye to your nice rooms.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I go. We got company. Let's boogie. And we all climb up the walls like we're in Assassin's Creed and run off all the rooftops.
Vetch, how well did climbing go for you before?
I think I got stuck for like 2 turns,
Is that
didn't
what
I?
we're gonna do? Because I mean.
Wait, we're climbing the building?
No, maybe
no,
not,
no.
maybe not. But I'm just suggesting. I say to everybody, like, we got company. The Po9.
It's 5v4, and we're in an alleyway.
Well, we're not about to fight guards.
I mean, we could try to run, but if we try to run and then they get an attack on us, then we're gonna be down. So I think we should. I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted.
Okay, all right. Here's what I'm suggesting. I say we hold our ground.
Ooh, oh, what about your fog stuff? Maybe we could cast that.
Can I regale them with a song?
I think we should stand by and be like, oh, thank God you're here. Like, we should basically be like, we were attacked and this is all self-defense.
You want to try and because they're Jesper's crew, but then we would have to roll. We would have to persuade them, and if we all screw up at persuading them, we're done for. What is that?
I don't
know.
think we all have to. Sorry, I had some.
No,
Okay, anyway.
it's okay.
I
You just
think
say it's
we
noisy
should-
chatter from an
Yeah,
inn or
this is
something
just like the
down the
streets.
street.
This is
All right.
Yeah.
So
Wait, do you guys? I feel like we have actually a pretty good case to say that we were operating in self-defense.
okay, and then if they don't fall for that though, we're fighting because we won't have time to run away then. So if that's what you want to do, I'm down.
I mean, I don't think it's even fall for it. Like, I don't think it's necessarily. It's like. We're not
I
lying.
mean, it's what the game master says, but I mean,
Yeah.
regardless, I
Alright.
guess I'm down for that if everyone
All right,
else is.
What do you guys think?
Wait, what was the plan?
Convince the guards that we were attacked by them instead, since they're just
One guy's got his arm in a trap. He's not gonna buy that we were the
we could have
innocents.
tricked him into getting into it
Yeah, it was part of our.
during the altercation. Play it cool.
What's the other option? Run or fight?
Yeah, it's run or fight.
I'm not
and-
sure.
Well, I have disguise self. I could just be another guard and leave you guys to swing. But yeah,
Well,
Well, you could even do that if you want.
let's
Yeah.
let's try. We could try to convince them, but we're carrying all their stolen crap too. I mean, it's just
Well,
gold, but it looks
They
like
don't
we
have
def-
forensics. They're not going to know.
But they might search us. They
They
might
don't know that
search
that's
them
theirs.
and search us. I guess we're just. Can we get arrested for looting? Is that a thing?
The money doesn't
Yeah,
say
that's a crime.
owners of Jesper's crew.
Yeah.
On
No, but if they search them and they don't have any money, and I'm carrying 5.
But they're
Platinum.
street urchins.
We just
They're
won a
street
bunch of
urchins.
money.
They don't. Yeah.
We just won a
I'm
bunch
a
of
bard.
money.
I'm a performing bard. I earned it all. All right, I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's try to convince it.
All right, Ankpa, are you still standing outside of the alley?
Yeah, and I think as they approach, I'm sort of like, oh, thank God you're here, officers of the law. You arrived just unfortunately, we had a fight, and I'm afraid that we tried to appease these horrendous people with words and whatever, but it turned dirty, and I'm afraid that my friends and I had to defend ourselves.
All right, make a
We
deception
absolutely
check.
do not wish to Deception? What? Come on.
Yeah, deception.
It is,
You're
you
trying
are
to deceive.
deceiving.
I'm not being
Yeah.
deceptive. Wait, can I use?
Ankpa,
Charm?
if you're talking to the guards, you do have proficiency in deception.
I do, but I also have charm person as an action.
That's a spell. I mean, you can do that, but they are aware that you are trying to use a spell upon them.
Ah,
So maybe I should just straight up do the
Yeah.
deception roll. Okay, so I roll deception.
come on.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, so the guards, and then the guards don't like immediately appear. It takes them a few rounds to get here, but they definitely heard some of the commotion, the shouting, the sounds of combat. Especially when a big giant blade hit the side of a building and just echoes through the town, when it's quiet at night. So, with that, they kind of look at you like, all right, show us. They're at the edge of the alley and they see the kind of the scene, the gruesome scene here. One body slumped hanging out of the wall. Other two, one of them guts hanging out as they've been sliced. The Katag half covered in blood. Vetch with a little bit of blood on herself. The other one just badly burned from some unknown, source.
They didn't know who they were messing with.
And going up to Katag, who's covered in blood here. So, tell us what happened here.
So,
Well, what?
is it Katag's turn then?
He's
Yeah,
asking me.
yeah, we're
Okay.
kind of out of the
Butt out,
combat
Corin.
part for this.
Right.
Unless you guys start attacking, then we'll jump right back in the same order.
What were you gonna say something?
They're asking you what, from Katag's perspective, what happened. Tell them what they're asking you to tell them what happened, especially since you're half covered in blood.
Oh, I was just helping a young man get out of a trap.
This young man, the one that's kind of, it looks like he's been skewered. Make a deception.
Oh God.
I didn't expect them to ask Katag anything.
Oh no, don't worry. This I'll kind of explain after the fact as well.
Oh, yes!
A 20 on
Yes,
that.
we're such good liars.
All right. So they're kind of scratching their heads a little bit, and they're like, okay. They're kind of buying it a little bit. Now they're going to Torin and tell us what happened here.
I give Torin eyes like, play cool, man. Play cool. Be cool, dude.
When I noticed these two thugs trying to pick a fight with Katag here and his friend who were in such a dire state, I decided to jump in, but by the time that I reached the area, Katag had already done some heroics of his own, and I assume that Fishboy over here also committed, what's the word? Assisted, and we just, we're some good old folks helping out, other good old folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a deception check, Torin.
All right.
Another 20. Damn. Now these aren't natural 20s; they're modified, but still, that is quite impressive.
Oh.
All right, so they're kind of buying it. Vetch, they ask you, you with your bloody saber, what happened here?
Vetch.
Vetch is speechless. and muted.
Wait, I have to
Cracking
convince
under
them.
pressure.
They already got like 3 legitimate answers, Dave.
I know, and they're asking your accounts of what happened.
Honest to God.
Well-
They may be trying to read your reactions to this. So if you're trying to lie to them, they're maybe trying to pick this up.
Don't be the one.
I'm gonna get like a 1. I'm gonna fail the lie.
You're gonna be the.
How'd you roll
the-
a negative 20.
You're gonna
I
be
know,
the
right?
creaky noise in Inglorious Bastards, where that owl guy finds all of the people in the basement.
Yeah.
Are you of all people
that's
not
gonna be me.
proficient in deception? I would
No,
expect
they're not. They're
I'm
actually
a -1, or no, I'm not. I'm +1. Never mind.
I have a +2. But anyway,
But yeah, that's
Okay.
still very good.
you have to tell them what's up.
Well, you see, I was just observing firsthand how you free people from traps. It's going to feature in my next ballad, and my companions were showing me a close-up look at how to do this.
Okay, and
Roll
roll
deception.
I buy
Buck.
it. Yeah, that
I buy it
that
too.
was good. That was a good job.
16 modified,
Okay.
so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
All
that's
right.
still good. All right, hearing the really odd tales of what happened here, they scratch their heads again. Just okay. The guards kind of they're like, "All right, well, are any of you hurt?"
I don't think any of us took any damage. These thugs were not. They did not realize who they were messing with. Good
You did not
sirs.
say that out loud, did you? Okay, maybe you did.
I tell him I'm like physically no, but emotionally I feel very traumatized. This was I never condone violence, and this is abhorrent.
Giant Triton
I
is
take out
talking
my,
about.
I take out my little vial, and as he's speaking, pluck that little sad little note for emphasis. The tragedy of our mental
Holy
scarring.
crap.
It's like that sad music from the ending of BioShock 2, that real sad violin playing. All right, well, since you're not hurt, they're all right. Well, they get your names. They ask you your names. Do you give them your names, your real names? Because they're writing things down right now.
Wait, are you saying we give them?
I think
Yeah, they're
we
asking
should,
for your names.
guys. Because because these are the Po9. We just worked with the dude that works at the bounty office, and like he has our name, so like people know us in town. I don't think there's any.
Well, we are technically new in town, right? Even though we've spent.
My name's
I've been here
Gate.
for 5 days. I just won the fighting pits. People know me. I'm kind of a big
People-
deal.
You don't know that they were underground fighting pits, right? Weren't they?
Yeah, but
No
you're
one
also
follows
living
the
high on the
fight
hog.
Fight
But
Club.
then we lived it up for 5 days up in the freaking
Pen.
like the penthouse suite, getting crazy.
Yeah,
pissed.
but that doesn't mean you shared your name with anybody.
But why you think through 5 days I never told anybody my name?
I mean, maybe you did.
And we just worked with people that are associated with the government, man. So I'm not inclined to fucking lie to these people again when we just got.
Well, okay. First
Kind
of
of
all,
off scot-free.
you and I have been talking. What is Vetch and Katag? What do you guys think about telling them our real names?
I'm going to.
Okay, whatever.
I say, well, my name is Anbach-Thur.
Why
I
complicate
am
a lie
new.
with more lies?
Yeah. You get away with one lie. Just leave it at that.
All right.
I don't say that. I tell them my name, and I say I came here about a week ago or so. I don't know if you heard. I kind of was still in the fighting pit. No big deal, but whatever. And we've been here for a week. It's a lovely city, you guys. You guys do a real stand-up job. I just gotta say, like the streets, I feel very safe, except for this one very unfortunate incident. It's been really wonderful in this town. I'm thrilled to be here. I don't want to put words in my compatriots' mouths. But we've had a lovely time. And yes,
Oh
stop talking.
Kind of reminds me of the Golden Child. Eddie Murphy's talking to the guards at the Nepal airport. You are brilliant through ignorance. Viva Nepal!
Oh boy.
All right. So they take your names. They start scribbling down on a little bit of parchment. They're taking the accounts, everything that you said, what's going on here. They're describing the bodies, and they're okay. Well, you need to leave the alley. This is a crime scene. We'll take it from here. Thank you for protecting yourselves and not allowing these ruffians to harm other citizens here.
It's the right thing to do. Yeah, it's fine. You're right.
You gentlemen are great.
Yeah. So they
Can I tap one of them on the... No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
So they kind of post a guard at each of the alleyway entrances, and they escort you out of the alley while they, look at the bodies and see everything that's happened here and just start doing their investigation, doing their job. One of the other guards is going to probably the constable to report what's happened here while all the others do the investigation.
Whew. All right. So
we leave the alley and then we go on our merry way.
You can. I mean, you got paid for the pirate loot. That's all been pushed to your character sheets.
I think.
So I suggest maybe we should spend this loot getting drunk and celebrating.
No.
Holy, I'm rich. How much gold do the rest of you have?
I don't know.
Where do I
Inventory.
It shows.
Oh my God,
well,
I'm
remember
super
the
rich.
party coins is the total. Carried by should show Vetch. Looks like you had 2,300. Ankba 2,300. Tier just barely 2,400.
Wait, how
Katag,
do you have the
23.
same amount of gold as I do?
Because it splits evenly among the group.
Where do you
Wait, that's
see it?
party?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Inventory, but I'm not seeing it in the inventory.
But it's showing us the split portion, right?
Okay, I see GP. So that's
Yeah,
Is
GP
that
is.
mine or is that everyone's?
GP, it should say carried by. On your sheets, it should also show I believe it's your inventory at the bottom. Yeah. Where it has GP, it should show what you actually have on your characters.
I only see
the encumbered thing.
No, go
2370.
Right, and that's for that's
mine
Torn or Katag. Both have 2370.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
We're doing pretty
We're
solid.
we're rich.
I think
There's a lot of valuable things in there, and that's with reduced value on those, because selling things usually you don't get 100% value with that. So even with reduced, that's how much you got from there. That was a lot of things that they stole, various knickknacks. They even had trade bars and such. So there's a lot of value there.
we only got away with convincing them for the moment that we did not commit a crime.
No, I think we're good. I think we're done.
I mean,
We're not suspects.
you.
Why are you bringing what's making you say this? I don't understand.
I don't know. We
They
convinced
came
them.
to the crime scene and they were like, "What happened here?" And we were like, it was self-defense and shit.
Does
and
everyone else?
They were like,
Am I the
okay.
only one that feels paranoid here?
I'm not paranoid at all.
I think we should just walk away and maybe move on.
Now
I
you're
was
not
gonna
having
say
this
we
conversation right in front of the guard that's outside the alley, are you?
I mean,
No.
no, we're walking away. We're already halfway down the street.
I've personally, for
whispering.
these sorts of discussions, I've kind of felt that we're very good at exchanging conversations through looks. Like, this is all kind of happening in thought bubbles that only we can read.
No, you'd have to have some verbal.
Okay.
We're halfway down the street if we can be.
There are classes that can communicate telepathically, but none of you are those classes with any of those abilities. or skills.
So we're not. Are we allowed to step out of character and talk to one another about the situation?
You can. Essentially, your characters would go somewhere, and then they would, quote unquote, discuss what's going on.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm just saying maybe we should think about possibly. I don't know if it's possible, but if we could think about maybe leaving town or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, we have a head start.
You are such a chicken. Are
Yeah.
you sure you're not part chicken? You
I'm not
wanted
a
to start
chicken.
this.
I don't
You,
want to
got, you,
end up in
wanted,
jail.
you wanted to get information so that you could go
I
beat
didn't
up.
want to kill anyone.
But you wanted to kill
I don't
someone
want to
specific.
kill anyone.
I wanted to incapacitate them so we could interrogate them.
So that
That's
you
it.
could go kill someone different.
Oh yeah. No, not even maybe kill.
Just
Maybe
to
kill.
confirm, we're having this conversation away from the guards for sure.
Yes. We're
I would hope
whispering,
so.
walking down the street.
Should we do a check on
No, just
No.
stop tempting.
I'm not worried about us
Hey.
for these. This it was self-defense.
I was planning on just ridding the city of these
Well, you did it.
crooks.
So why are you
No,
worried?
we ridded the city of like
so
the
let's,
minor
let's
ones.
get drunk and celebrate. We did
That
it.
wasn't Jesper.
We did it. We did it.
No, we didn't at all.
Okay, so maybe we head back to that inn where we first ran into Jesper's crew. What do you guys think? And while we're there, maybe we get some drinks out.
Honestly, out of character, I was so down for hanging their bodies up in the alley and writing stuff on the walls with their blood. That would have been awesome, but you know, you're bad.
I think the time has passed.
I know, but
We'll
that
just
would
go
have been so
back
cool.
and do it now.
I was gonna write when
Yo,
push
people
comes.
said I was fucked
Listen.
up because I threw somebody off of a tower.
I'm gonna
and
say
had somebody's
something
head in.
cool, JT.
You're like,
He
Listen,
needs to say something.
I said
you're going all
I was-
7 on people and shit.
I said that I planned on writing when push comes to shove on the wall, ... and leaving it like that.
You were really sad you didn't get to use that, aren't you?
Yes.
We can read.
Like, I can feel the pain in your voice.
Sure, there'll be other opportunities to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was just a really clever little line that would have, you know, they would have been like,
I don't know.
"Oh, that's the dude who pushed me in the bar because he wrote push comes to shove." Would have been great.
We get
Anyway,
it.
back to being in character. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. You guys
So-
make the plan.
Can we go? I mean, well, the only plan is like we just keep going on our way and like doing some stuff. Like I don't know. I kind of want to. I wouldn't mind seeing if there's any like weapon upgrades available to me at like a blacksmith or something.
Can we get some tips from the DM on this?
Well, I mean, right now, all you know is what's going on with what just
Is it
happened.
possible for this to come back to bite us?
No,
Anything's
it's like
possible.
spoiler alert.
Right, that's what I'm
Anything's
saying.
possible.
I don't. Okay,
I can't
didn't want the
really
spoiler alert.
affirm or deny. It's like asking, you know, is the door trapped? It's like you don't
All right,
detect
all right.
any traps. Doesn't mean that
It's
it's
all
not
good.
trapped or not.
It's all good. Fine. I'll drop the paranoia. We're good.
Though it could have went a lot worse. That those deception rules were very good.
Oh my god, they were so good.
Our other game, we had a murder of a nobleman's son, where they decapitated him and threw his head in the body, not at the same time, in a river to try to dispose of it. They're like, we never speak of this again.
That's great. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I mean, I don't really know what to do from here though. Like, I'm down to just follow you guys. I guess.
I say we go back to that inn.
Which one?
The one where we
Was it an
first
inn or
ran
was it a
into
bar?
Jesper. It was kind of a both.
Dry
Kind of a
manatee?
both. Yeah, the dry manatee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm down to go back.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go back
Might as
there.
well commit another crime while
What
we're
time of the day is it?
It's night.
Starving.
It's night?
Yeah, because it took a
Alright.
while for the goods to get fenced, and once they were fenced, you got a little writ of credit, essentially, which you took to a local coin exchange. Since this is a port city, you get coin from other empires and such. So you go basically a bank. You go there, and you get this little, you hand them the little writ of credit, and they verify the validity of it. Once they do that, they give you the money, and then it's, okay, there you go. There's your money.
Do we have any further business with the Falfjord? The captain?
No, you do not. He's paid you for everything, including the stolen goods here.
I mean, like ultimately, I kind of want to get back out in the open water. You know, want to get back, and like I'm gonna be honest. I like your company, so maybe you guys want to like team up. I don't know, like go.
I think
I
it's a
enjoy-
conversation we should have over beer.
I agree.
So
Beer.
we head to the dry manatee.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so going back to the Drymanity, getting, your drink. Do you want, pitchers of wine, pitchers of gallons of ale? What are you looking for?
I'm thinking gallons of ale.
Yeah.
Seconded.
Yes. Thirded.
Quad.
All right. Let's see here. Let's change that music real quick.
Can we do a
Do
initiative
they have any
Or
bruschetta?
initiative check? Initiative check
What
to
are you
see
doing?
who's paying for this.
How about we all just
We all
pitch
just-
it?
It's 2 silver a gallon, so you guys
Yeah,
are
we
loaded.
all just made it out.
Just
We all
pay our thing.
we made it out with our lives
Why
and our
does somebody
freedom.
have to treat everybody like?
We're not criminals. We should just.
I mean, if anything, maybe one of you guys want to be like, "Thanks for the." fucking
A single
awesome
gold would
time."
pay for about 5 gallons of ale.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
So
if you
let's
wanted
do it.
like
rich.
chunks of meat and bread,
How about
or,
me?
or-
I'll pay. I'll pay.
We'll just buy an extra grog for who's that orc dude? I forgot his name.
Gob.
Gob.
How could you forget Gob?
An extra gallon for Gob.
We drank so much to Gob last time.
Wait till we see Tyr again.
yeah, Tyr has not been around you. Like he got his money
Can't
and
wait
then
to tell
he
him.
went to go do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we should fill him in. If we
It'll be
see him
great.
again.
He'll be. Oh, hopefully he won't think less of us for our deeds. I mean, well, technically your deeds, not mine. I didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, because he
I
doesn't
never
know
knew
what happened in
dragons
that
were-
alleyway.
Such a conscience.
Yeah, right?
This is incredible.
I like how you use the word
We're
conscience.
we're honorable creatures. No, remember when I tied that guy up and Katog killed the other one? Remember that?
Or you mean when Katog threw him off the cliff?
No, that also. But
No,
when we were
I
at
killed
the
2 different people.
lighthouse, there were 2 guys left, and I tied one up, but Katog killed the other one. And I left the other one tied up.
Yeah,
So that-
and then you
I-
said you should have killed them afterwards because you weren't thinking.
Right, but I didn't in the moment, which means that I'm going in character with having a
So
conscience.
let me get this correct. You have issues with killing those men, but no issues with stringing their bodies up and writing on the walls in their blood.
No. Since we had already,
I just kind of in the mid. In
Since
Oh,
we
so
had
they're already
already-
dead.
yeah,
So,
if they're already dead.
Waste
I
not,
didn't-
want not.
You can desecrate corpses as long as you want.
It's like, yeah.
If they're already dead, there's nothing we can do about it. I might
When
as
in
well.
Rome, so to speak.
Because while I do not
Make
enjoy killing for no
lemonade out of
reason,
lemons.
I also hold grudges. And that guy pushed my friend, and I pushed him back, and I wanted to fight, and we didn't get to. So I was,
Making a mental note that
Anyway, how about we get to
held
celebrate?
grudge because I got pushed. And that's
Talking about our future.
It honestly means a lot to me, and I tell,
oh,
I
Right,
tell
right.
Torrin that. I'm like, listen, I just want you to know, it's very reciprocal.
I think we should
I
eventually work
think
out our
you're
own secret
right.
handshake.
We should, and I extend my fist and I say, bump it.
Yeah.
fist
yeah.
bump.
Tail.
Is this the invention of the fist bump?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been bumping everybody.
This is him popularizing the fist
You're nothing
bump.
special, Thorin.
And I say, and I drink all my gallon. I drink the whole thing.
Do we? Okay.
So
Maybe in the morning we should get up and go down to the docks and look for a crew,
ship.
to do some stuff. Because
Do
I'll
some
be
stuff.
honest, people have been talking up this dude.
Oh, is it that one Captain Tyleri that you love so much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
guy.
Scourge of the
I'm back.
21 Seas.
Oddbox
Oh.
always bringing up that guy. I don't know. I don't know.
Gotta be
anything
careful
about
bringing
this.
that name up. That's not a name you want to have a lot of attention to you.
Is this a bartender or something speaking to us right now?
No, I'm just saying that from everything
Okay.
that you heard, this dude is bad news.
Right. He's like the Voldemort. You don't want to say his name. Right?
You don't want his attention. His ship is capable of demolishing port cities.
Yo, what if we go join his crew? No, I'm
wait,
kidding.
so time out here, Ombak. What exactly do you want to do with this captain?
I mean, like, ultimately,
Sex stuff.
Yes.
I want to kill him.
He's got a boner for Captain Tyleri. It's
I just
not that
want to
hard.
kill him one day.
You want to kill him?
He what?
I mean,
Onbach wants
like-
to be a legend.
It's not that I want to be a legend. I just abhor what he's done to people. The people of this great nation of people.
Which
And
nation specifically?
The coast and the people.
Stop patronizing our face melter.
And I want him. He's a bad dude, and I don't want him. I'm about freedom, and when he's on the seas, freedom can't be had.
That's deep.
And then I put my head on it.
I did you say you put your glass down? Is that what you said?
No,
Or
he
your
put his
mug?
head on the table.
Oh,
Pay
okay.
attention.
Your head on the table.
He's drunk.
He's
Okay.
I'm kind of just like rolling back.
I hold up my mug and I give you a tap on the shoulder so you look up and I say I enjoy watching you melt faces off, so I'm with you.
And your bravery inspires
And
me in combat and
Thank
everywhere.
My dragonborn pride has been
And I say,
stroked.
Bird plays a
I'm happy.
song.
No, you're supposed
And
to
my head goes
smack
back
your
on the
mug.
table.
You're supposed to cheer. You're
Smack-
supposed to.
I smack the mug and I cheers.
There we
and
go.
I say, Bird plays a song.
Bird.
Bird play us a song.
Our theme song.
Forgive him. He's so drunk right now.
I've been drunk since Monday.
Monday.
What's today? What day even is it?
It's Monday.
Dragonborns don't keep track of the day.
Monday.
It's the next Monday.
Next Monday.
Doing the archery, just staying drunk so that the cumulative hangover doesn't kill him.
Yeah.
Right.
There
right.
you go.
Bird.
Play some music.
Come on, Vetch, freestyle rap for him.
No, I just think this guy's nuts. Like all this stuff about bravery and free seas is it's a dream. Because you kill this captain, there's just gonna be another one that's gonna take the place eventually. And you're not exactly singing my song here with this honesty thing and liberty for
can't-
all. And
I want to whisper into Onbach's ear, if you want him to come with us on this journey, you might have to shovel a little coin his way.
Hey,
Yeah, or-
I'm listen, Vetch. I understand, and I know that I saw you in the suites. You were loving the life. It's like you appreciate the finer things in life, and Vetch, where did you come from? Like, did you have money as a baby bird?
Baby bird.
I seem to have always been in possession of money. It just naturally flows my way, but it will flow down into the ocean if we take on this captain, and will settle on my corpse very nicely at the bottom of the sea. So, thank you very much for this offer and the time in the brothel. I appreciated it. It was beautiful. There was a nice, beautiful little peacock-looking missus I got to know, and we spent a lovely 5 nights together. But you're not convincing me. You're really not.
Listen, you can do good while also doing good for yourself at the same time. I'm not saying we go out and cleanse the world of all evil, but I don't mind doing a little good along the way. I'd rather take money from the bad guys who want to put birds like you in chains.
And then
make
give
them-
you over half of each share. How about that?
So you seem to know a lot or a decent amount about this Tyleri. So why don't you sing me a song about the treasure on this ship?
Shit.
Why don't you? And I push my vial at him, and I'm like, "It's your turn. Why don't you regale me with tales of the gold and the glittering things that I could scrounge?"
So I grab it and I start strumming it, and I'm like, Tyleri's bad dude. He's giant pussy.
Doesn't he have to do a what's it called? Showmanship or performance?
Stop backseat DMing.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, we already know he's gonna. I'm already regretting handing him my vial because his fishy fingers are plucking at my strings in a way that's making me uncomfortable.
Look, I'll use prestidigitation.
So,
Clean.
all right. So I want you to make a performance check with disadvantage since you're drunk.
What disadvantage?
So click that DIS and
Break
then
it.
click the performance. Let's see how it goes.
Shwabam. Oh, did I miss? I missed.
You didn't do a disadvantage.
There you go. 2
Oh.
dice. A 7.
Dropped 10.
It was
Alright.
never supposed to be good.
So he's just drunkenly slurring as he's playing the viola. It's the worst sounds that you've ever heard come from that
Jeez.
instrument. And not only that, but you're worried that he's damaging it because it's playing it. He's handling it a bit rough, in his inebriated state.
Isn't
It reminds Tog of home.
I thought it was an electric guitar. Wow.
Thought it was a percussion instrument. What the hell?
Percussion instrument.
These are
So this is
stupid bongos.
definitely the worst decision. So can I kind of like climb over the table and try to take it back from him? Like that's enough. That I've already seen it. I got the picture. Thank you.
Make a.
Oh,
Let's see. We'll say a athletics check. See if you can, or acrobatics, depending on which you'd like to use to try to grab it from him. And Ankba, you can also make a similar check to see if you can keep it in your grasp. And acrobatics or athletics.
Oh God.
So Vetch with a 4
Do disadvantage.
and Ankba with a 20. So
Oh.
he's still hardly playing it as Vetch grabs onto it. He's just lifting Vetch up and still playing. Vetch's little feet are just kind of kicking off the ground about a
kicking
good
there.
foot.
He's just so tranced by his own.
His own song.
I think I put the bird.
Bitch,
and-
don't kill my
and the-
vibe.
and the drum set down, and I go, "Listen, Vetch, I get it. Like you're not trying to save the world. I'm not trying to save the world. All I know is that there's birds like you in chains because of people like Tyleri. Now you want to go out and be free to swindle and protune whoever you so fit. They're the type of people that are going to stop you. So while we're on a crusade for riches and fun and deviousness, why not make sure that we're able to do all that along the way?
Have you given me back my instrument?
I do now.
Yeah, he said he put it down.
Okay, so I'm just kind of glaring at him murderously over this little vial while I'm cradling it. And I'm just like, that's fine and good. You can say all that you want, but we don't even have a ship yet. And I'm kind of looking around and I see Katog. I'm like, Katog, tell him, we don't even have a vessel yet. How are you going to go after this captain without even a ship to our name?
Yeah, Katog.
I'd say, I don't much care for this Tyler, but it does seem like a guy fit for battle, and I would not be opposed to acquiring it.
Acquiring what? Your mic
Ship.
went out. Oh, okay.
Acquiring a ship.
Right, okay.
Why you mean buying a ship?
Acquiring it. I assume means any means.
So basically, we can either find an adventure like a crew or a ship to join, or we can go out on our own. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, that seems to be.
I feel like ships are probably pretty expensive.
Yeah,
They can
probably,
be.
Also
but
taking second guesses now, huh?
All right.
I'm
So
Hold on,
Here,
we're
here,
pro-
no. Here
Now
are my
it's getting real. On
Here are
box,
my
I don't know,
conditions.
maybe it's a little.
Anbach. Here are my conditions. 1,
Spurred.
Just rude. We steal a ship for the greater good. 2, I own that ship. I am captain of that ship. It is my ship.
Wow.
And 3, I get first pick of one item on Tyleri's ship. I get first dibs on one item of my choice.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh.
Let me clarify. Tyleri is. I'm not saying we should just go fight Tyleri.
Oh my god, so waffly.
I'm not waffling,
Right?
dude. I'm just. I'm not underestimating him, but I think that as a group, we have proven to make a good team. Whether it's Tyleri or not, ultimately, I think that sticking together is in our best interest.
That is fine,
So,
but I want a ship,
yeah,
and I
I'm
want it to be
so
my
down-
ship.
I'm so down to steal a ship.
Wait,
I don't know
wait,
where you get
wait.
off thinking it's gonna be
Why
your
can't-
ship.
why
Steal
can't-
a ship on your own then. You can.
Why can't we give
You want to
Vetch?
steal a ship with all
I
of us.
want, but it was
Why
my
can't
idea
we
to steal
give
the
Vetch
ship.
his ship?
What if? What if?
Oh
Why
yes,
can't
I
we
want
give
the
Vetch his
Leviathan. Give me that ship.
Wait. What?
Why can't we give Vetch the Leviathan when we fuck that dude up?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's gonna
you
be
can
Yes.
You can be captain of the Leviathan.
Yes,
visions of grandeur here.
And that
amazing.
fills the gap.
grandeur.
Remember when Vetch was like worried about a new baddie coming into the situation?
Why
He's
not
the
gonna
new
be?
baddie? Vetch is the new guy that comes in
Ruling
and
with
takes
an
over the
iron
entire
vial
ocean.
across
I
the
say
seas.
I say I'm down for that, Vetch, as long as you promise me that you will do whatever you want, but you'll put an end and you won't allow slavery on your seas.
The entire sea.
You will like you don't have to seek out the bad people, but like you won't take part in slavery, and when you find slavers, you'll kill the shit out of them.
Done. For the price of the Leviathan, I consider it a deal.
So,
That's a leader I can get behind.
hey, I suggest something. I don't even know if he actually has one, but maybe we should ask around to see if maybe this Jesper guy has a ship that we can steal.
I like.
Are we on good terms with this Jesper?
No,
Apex wants to
He's
fuck
an-
him up.
he's an asshole, and his goons decided to
But we
almost
don't.
pick a
Do
fight
we
with
know
him.
actually who Jesper is? I thought we knew one of his goons.
Jesper is like
No. I know we know of him, but do we know him? Have we met?
I don't think we have.
Okay.
We just
That's
know
fine.
we just met his.
He
maybe we
came in
don't-
with his group.
Oh, so he was in that. Okay.
Yes, he was the gentleman with dark short hair. He kind of had a he was very thin, but also kind of tanned skin.
Was he the one who said important people coming through, or was he the guy who tried to punch Wince in the nuts? I mean, Onbot.
The nuts.
Okay, he wasn't in either of those. Okay, and he was Zane. Obviously, was not him. I remember Zane.
Zane was
because
the
I
one that
shoved him.
shoulder checked. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
he is
shoved him.
now
He
not going to
checks
shoulder
you.
check anyone anymore.
Yeah, exactly. When there's a dragonborn around.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Yeah, the one that threatened
so-
to box you, between the legs was this little halfling, real buff halfling with a scar on his
Right.
upper lip. Kind of had like blonde, curly hair.
I remember the blonde hair. I do. Okay, so can I roll anything to look around the bar and see if there's anyone that looks like they might know anything about Jesper's crew?
You can. Let's see. Roll investigate. See if you can pick up anybody who might know anything. Okay, so 14, kind of asking around, looking, for rumors on his crew. And as you talk to people, I want you to make a persuasion check to see if you can get them to kind of spill what they know.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, did it not go? Okay.
So 11. Okay. So you get little bits of information, not too much more than what you kind of saw. That, as for what you know, they haven't really committed any crimes, but they do look very, thuggish, intimidating. And they pushed away. Now, Jesper is a noble. He is connected.
Oh man.
He's one of those, upper echelon kind of persons. They kind of have their hands in a little bit of everything, including, rumors for, governments
And ships.
possibly has his hands in a lot of different things. So he tends to do he's either in the know or he tends to manipulate things where they kind of work in his favor most of the time. And he's never really been caught or connected to anything. He's been very careful with any of his dealings. He's, as far as people know, he's clean. They don't like how he projects himself, but he's done nothing wrong in terms of, government. He hasn't broken any laws. He hasn't bribed anybody.
So he's corrupted.
They suspect things, but they can't really prove anything, nor has he openly done anything in the public view to, let's support this law that kills, all firstborn. He hasn't done anything monstrous or supported anything monstrous, but then again, he's just got that sleazy
He's part of the
personality.
establishment.
Mm-hmm. He's like
When it's too clean, it's one of those things, when you look over organizations' books, when it's too clean, they're usually hiding something.
he's like the Borgias.
I say we find out where he lives. We sneak into his house, and we question him, and then we slit his throat.
Oh my god.
You're pretty drunk right now.
He just set his head back down.
And right now, I'm waving. My knife is out. I have my knife out.
We don't.
I'm not drunk. Just kidding. I'm really drunk. But I still think that we should do that, and then we'll take. If he has a ship, we'll take it, and we'll go find some pirates and fuck them.
Oh.
Stab my knife down into the table.
All right. Well, everyone's probably looking at you now because you stabbed the knife into the table. And makes us look like we're planning something.
And I wave to them, like a twirly kind of gay wave over my shoulder. Hello.
Nice.
All right. So,
Very flippant.
Very flippant.
Kataga, you said you're in on this, right? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Just wondering. I gotta have someone to do better than all the time. Anyway, expected.
I can't tell if that's a dig at him or a dig at us.
It was a dig at him, 100%. Anyway.
Actually, it's kind of a slight on yourself that they do better than you all the time.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's not true though, because I'm pretty
That's
sure
what I'm
you
saying,
and I have killed more people than them.
Yeah, but
So-
what you're saying is, I gotta have somebody that I'm better than, implying that they are all better.
It's because you have a great sword too. All right, that's it.
I'm just saying your logic. Bullshit.
Whatever. Screw you. That's not the point. You're thinking too hard. Okay. So anyway,
Thank you.
I'm all about screwing with this Jesper guy.
Yeah.
Especially if I get to punch Zane in the face. I really want to do that. That's my main thing.
Yeah.
Well, Zane's already dead.
Wait, what? Was Zane one of the guys we
He
killed?
was the half-orc that got his arm stuck.
Oh
in the
my god!
portcullis.
I look at Vetch. I look at Vetch and I say, I didn't even get to get my vengeance on that guy.
Teabag him or something.
You took that away from me.
I'm gonna play a little sad tune on the viol again. So they're trying to retune it after someone
even know.
murdered it.
Well, whatever. Fine. Zane got what he deserved. Screw that guy. I didn't even know that's why you were saying he wouldn't shoulder take anyone because he's dead.
Can we ask some of these people that give us a little bit of the insight onto who he is, if they can tell us where he lives?
Not suspicious at all.
Is there like a yellow book or something?
They tell you that he lives in the inner city of Seawall. It's basically another kind of guarded area. That's where the nobility, some of the military, the dukes, duchess, the main royalty of this place live. Some of the wealthier merchants as well live there. None of the citizens really could point out his exact home because they haven't been there. They're not allowed beyond the gates.
You're not allowed to go over there? Don't you pay taxes?
Most of the festivals and things are usually held outside in the main quarters of the city. If there's courts, things like that, they have buildings, judicial buildings outside of that. They do have other court buildings inside, but very few things actually make it that far with that. And not many people, they don't have a castle there. So it's not like, a royal court where I can just go up in there. They do have other bits of government, like mayors and such, that will see people's day-to-day questions and needs. They're the ones that kind of are the face of the public, but nobody just goes in there and sees the duke, or the duchess. You just don't do that. That's why they have these other bits of government in place. Also has more checks and balances and keeps them a little bit squeaky clean if things ever go awry. They can blame some of these other people.
Gotta keep them in check. Gotta do it.
Right. So maybe, possibly. Hear me out on this.
Oh God.
We don't need to rid Seawall of Jesper. We don't necessarily need to do that. But if he has a ship we can steal that ship, because we're planning on leaving Seawall anyway. So if there is a ship, if not, then we can just go steal someone else's ship. But that, obviously Jesper. So it depends on how badly you guys want to kill Jesper.
Can we get information on his ship?
If he even has.
It is.
Just a hypothetical ship right now.
Yeah.
Why would he have a ship? Even though he's a noble, he's just like he's a dude.
Maybe he owns shit, like multiple ships.
It is called Wall.
Yeah, just to be a dick. He's probably got like trading vessels or something, right?
It's possible.
Yeah.
I feel like we need Gob.
No, we don't. Not at all.
We had Gob.
Ask these people in the bar, if he has a ship.
He'll eat my pork.
Make a investigation check. So you're asking around about, his, personal ships, things like that. He doesn't have one that he flaunts out publicly. So nobody really knows of a ship that, this is Jesper's ship. If he has one, it's something that maybe he silently owns or rents, but it's nothing that he has his name stamped on the side of. There's no flags that have his house insignia, anything like that.
What do you guys think? You think Falfeard would know? I'll bet he would know.
Falfeard, I forgot about that guy. If do we even know where Falfeard went?
You have no idea where Falfeard is.
Can we check the dock, see if his ship is still there?
You can.
Can we talk to like a
road beers?
Wait, where? I feel like if we just go to a customs official and ask for like a ship registry, we should have the info.
We can do that.
It's gonna.
Not at this time of night. They're closed.
Right, but I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I'm
they
saying,
have like a concierge.
Yeah, well, they had a harbor master when he came in. He's one of the ones that
DMV.
welcomed you to Seawall.
Yeah, but I didn't know he could tell us how many ships and who they belong to and everything.
Well, they would have that information. Whether or not they'll tell you that is a different story.
Right. Okay, so we would have to rough them up a little.
Oh my God! Last time we tried to rough some people up, we left 3 corpses in an alley.
Yeah, last time you tried to rough people
Well,
up.
it's not my
Leave
fault.
it to
You
me.
moved like a snail.
Why don't we do that tomorrow? And in the meantime, we'll get some road beers and take a walk down to the dock and see if Falfeard's chilling.
Road beers. I'm down. I agree. Let's go. Let's do that
Nothing better
plan.
to do.
Yeah.
All right. So you all rest here. In fact, we're gonna let me get the party sheet.
Katog needs to get his double action
Rest.
thing back.
Long
Surge
rest.
thing.
Now you get that after a short rest, which takes about an hour. So it's something you can do multiple times in a day.
Right.
All right. So everybody just got benefits of a long rest since you're sleeping the night at the Dry Manatee. And the sun starts going over the buildings. The light kind of starts hitting your eyes, waking you up. You don't hear a lot of the noisy banter that you've heard before when you stayed the night at the Manatee. It seems pretty quiet. The streets outside are kind of bustling activity, but inside's not. But you still smell the food, like cooking foods, meats. You know, pork.
Hmm. It's making my mouth water.
The pork.
Okay, wait. So are we? I heard all that, but I didn't hear about where we were. My mind was off.
You're
for a
in
second.
the dry manatee. You went to sleep.
Oh, we're still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. All right.
So
Go ahead.
Yeah, you've already
We
spent
go-
5 days and 5 nights, at the party palace. So now you're back at the manatee.
All right. So now what are we? Are we?
Well, you're still in your room. So what do you do?
Oh.
I mean, I go downstairs.
Okay.
Wait. I'm a little confused. We're in our rooms, like individual rooms.
Yeah, I
Yes.
didn't think you guys were all sleeping in the same bed.
well, I just didn't realize we had already gotten there.
Yeah,
What? I mean, I don't really know what else I could do besides just go to sleep. I guess.
You can wash your hands. You can, totally.
I do some exercises and
Yeah.
I push ups and stuff and keep myself in shape a little.
Okay,
and
you
then
do
I
your
go
calisthenics.
to bed. Yeah, and then I go to bed, I guess.
You mean you wake up? Or you mean before
Oh,
you
wait,
wake
I
up?
thought it was in the morning.
Oh, is this the morning?
Yeah. Well, he could have done that before he went to bed. Now it's the morning. The sun has come
Okay.
up. You're
I
smelling
guess I go
the cooked
downstairs.
food.
I go meet Anbach downstairs.
All right. So as you go down the hallways from the upper floors where the rooms for rent are, you open the doorway that leads to a stairwell that goes into the main common chamber where it's got the long charcoal pit that they cook all the food with and the various tables. And this place is almost completely empty, except for one table. As you go through the threshold of the door, there are 2 armed gentlemen standing there. And they see you as you enter through the door, and they just kind of gesture down to the one table. It looks like it's got a banquet set up. And sitting at the table are 3 individuals. You see a human female. She's kind of curvy but fit. She's got long, loose auburn hair, little thigh-high boots, kind of a cuff shirt. And there's a little short halfling with curly blonde hair and a little scar on his lip. And also sitting at that table is a very well-dressed human with short, dark hair and thin but tan skin. And he just kind of waves down to you and motions to the empty chairs that are at the table before him. You don't see a bartender or serving wenches. All you see elsewhere in there are some more guards at various doorways here, like one to the kitchen, some more at the main entrance to the Dry Manatee. And he just waits for you to come down the stairs and have a seat.
I go right up and sit down in the chair and say, "How's it going, fellas?" And I slam my tail down on the floor.
wagging.
No, I slam it just one time, just one big slam.
Since
Like,
there's no barmaid, I go behind the bar. I pour myself a beer. And then I.
There's plenty of pictures of breakfast ales and things on the
Yeah, I
banquet
grab
table.
one of those at the banquet table and the breakfast, and I sit down at the table and I say, "What's up?" And I
Like
start
where
eating.
most meals would be like 2 silver, the amount of food that's on this table is well over 10 gold worth of food.
I shout over to Ambach, "Hey man, bring me a plate of pork." Well,
Okay,
since
bring-
I'm already sitting down, do me the favor.
Yeah, there's like a big platter that's just filled with. Some of them have, cooked ham. There's another one that's got strips of bacon. There's other
yes,
ones that's got, like turkey haunches. They have fruits and everything else. So I mean, there's just all kinds of things.
Put some
imaginable
bacon.
I
Put
got
some bacon on it for me.
There's bacon.
Thank
God
you.
Damn it, I'm down.
Thank you. You're amazing.
So hungover right now.
So,
What's up, fellas?
I acknowledge his presence, but I don't move closer. I stay standing.
Bitch.
Well, I've kind of been up all night thinking about the Leviathan and writing epic verse in my head about it. So I kind of come down the stairs in a hurry, and I see Onbach before I see any of the other scenes in the room, and I'm like, "Are you serious about the promise you made to me last night about the?" And then kind of stop, and that's when I notice like the table set out, all the people are there, like there's a big scene waiting for us. Essentially, I just kind of freeze right at the bottom of the stairs. Just kind of go, "Oh." And kind of look around. I guess I'm behind Katog, like, oh, crap.
All right, now. Do it.
So, again, the halfling's there just kind of standing looking everybody. The woman is also just kind of staring everybody down. Jesper, as he looks over, just has a little smirk, as the smile just curls on one side. So, tell me, which one of you is the voice, the leader of this ragtag group of yours?
And I'd say his name is Gob. He's not here right now.
I slam my tail down again and I say, none of us actually so far. We aren't even really technically a group right now. We're just a band of friends.
I follow Gob. Thank you.
You really
That's just like I barely even know them. Passing people I met last night. I don't even remember their names.
Yeah, I scoff and I say that one's the greedy one. We're not even sure if we like her. Him.
And he snaps his fingers twice, and one of the guards comes over to him, and he starts whispering to the guard, and he just kind of slams his hand on the breastplate and does a little heel turn, military fashion, and leaves the inn. Really,
great.
you don't know each other yet. You've been seen multiple occasions, hanging about, traveling, drinking. For people who don't know each other, you seem to spend a lot of time together.
Well, you see, sir, I said I didn't know them. I am being recruited to be their bard, but I am currently in an audition phase, and I've just been getting to know them. But their history is their own, and I am just going to go get myself a drink and let you folks conduct your business.
I'm still standing like close to the staircase, but I unlock my arms and I take a couple steps forward and I tell him to stop beating around the bush, say what he wants to say about us.
Yeah, I pick my nose and then wipe it on the table.
Well, enjoy your breakfast while we wait for the others to arrive.
Oh, there's more?
Kind of, my ears kind of prick up.
The more the merrier.
And I say, like, what others?
And he just grins. Doesn't say anything else. He just patiently sits, watching what each and every one of you do, how you walk, how you talk to each other, the looks that you give. He just seems to be sizing just about every aspect of you. It's almost as if he's looking into your very souls, just trying to read everything he can from you in person.
Can I put my hand on his shoulder since I am sitting at the table and ask him, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, buddy?
All right, so do you get close to him?
I'm sitting at the table, so is the table long enough?
The table is big enough where he's not sitting next to. All the empty chairs are kind of like on the other side where he can see you.
Oh, it's a long table.
Yeah, you don't have very long.
All right, well,
Fine
then. Can I put my hand on my chin like the thinking? My fist, my chin on my fist, and kind of like wag my tail in the air like I'm playfully asking him, tell us a little bit about yourself, buddy.
All in due time. Please, enjoy the feast. The innkeeper and his staff worked very hard on it.
All right, well, in that case, I'm just going to eat all the bacon that I can. And that's what I do. and
I
then shred some
already
bacon.
had Bill.
I'm not touching that stuff. I'm over by the bar getting my own drink behind the
That's
counter.
a good idea.
Nope.
That's actually smart of you. But I feel like I think to myself that I feel like if they wanted to kill us, they would have done it already. As in, they could have.
Maybe he's doing that to you right now. Excuse me.
No. I feel like since the place is empty and we were all sleeping, I feel like he could have made it much easier on himself.
I mean, there's probably still patrons upstairs, but the guards are not letting anybody downstairs.
And there's
poison.
there's guards at the doors outside, right?
And into the backs of the kitchen. So you're pretty much in the main common area where they serve the drinks and the food with the barbecue pit. And that's all you have access to. They're all the exits. They have a pair of guards just standing at the exits.
So
I confidently eat.
And these are not city guard.
So
Ah.
I think I wrap up my meal. I finish my mug, put it on the table, and I go, well, sir, I don't have an appointment with you this morning.
Oh, that's where you're wrong, boy. You have an appointment with me.
This is great.
Yeah, well, I mean, I suggest you get to the chase with this appointment.
And we shall as soon as the other party arrives.
Right.
Hmm.
The other party, they're not on my document either, on my calendar. So I pull out a gold piece, I flip it up to him, like at him, not like in an aggressive way, but like
Right.
here's.
And as the
here's
coin
some
gets
fucking
close, the
money.
little halfling just kind of leaps up and snatches it in the air and just kind of slaps it on the table.
I continue to munch confidently on my bacon, acting like I am not afraid at all that I'm being poisoned or something, right?
So in doing that, I did it while I got up, and I attempt to leave out to go onto the main street and head down to the docks.
When you get about 10 feet from the guards, they kind of put their hands on their swords, and if you move another 5 feet closer, they kind of use the blades to kind of bar the exit, and they just kind of shake their heads. Don't try it.
This is
I
great.
kind of look at Kitog, and
Make a perception check.
me.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, did I miss? Shoot, I throw it too high sometimes.
Too high.
Yeah, you can double click it, or you can just throw it in the chat box.
Yeah, I've gone to
God,
double
I
clicking.
keep missing. How do I miss it? Oh,
Hey.
God!
One!
Where'd my gold coin go?
Oh god.
Where are my toes? I ain't got no toes!
I think I'm still hungover. So
Did you say where are my toes?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right. So you're focusing on the guards there. You just contemplating your situation here. When the door behind the guards opens up, and being pushed through the door is Tyr and Gob.
Oh God!
Oh god!
And there's three more of these guards that just come walking in here. And Jesper just looks. Ah, my other guests, please sit, eat. We have much to discuss.
I feel like I begrudgingly take
I-
my seat again.
I immediately stop eating my bacon and say, these two have absolutely nothing to do with us.
Really? You
as of
mentioned
the last
Gob
week.
being the one that I should speak to, and this is Gob.
Anbach.
So-
He's not
I dart
one for words. but
I
yeah,
dart
go
my
for it.
eyes to Anbach and
God.
just look at him like, no.
You are the one that speaks for these people. So,
God doesn't even speak.
he's very few words. which
He's
is
probably so confused.
he is. He's got this weird look like I really don't know these people. He's barely been with you once and rode a
don't think
ship
he's
back
been
to
in a
port.
combat
That's all interaction he's had with you. So Gob just kind of sits down. What you want with Gob?
And I go, yeah, what the fuck you want with God?
Well, Gob, it appears that some of your crewmates, friends, whatever you want to call them, they had a little crossing of paths, or rather swords, with a few of my own crew. And those members that they cross paths with are no longer with us. They're in the halls of the dead. What do you think about that, Gob? And Gob just kind of looks like, what the frick did you get me into? What did you do? Tyr, I'm not going to try to roleplay Tyr with that.
It's okay.
He's got a similar look like, I have questions. He's got that look. And Gob he's thinking for a moment. Why should Gob care? If they were weak, then they were weak. You drag Gob here to tell Gob how weak your men are?
And I go,
Damn. I like Gob now.
And Jesper
I think
just
Anbach is like
chuckles.
dad.
Well, Gob, they were weak. In fact, I think their very presence, very associations with me, tainted my reputation, and I consider it a favor that was cleansed. In fact, that is why I have brought you here, and in fact, given this wondrous feast for you all to discuss a proposition, as I now have openings in my crew that may need to be filled by people more reliant, people who are stronger. What say you, Gob? Does the promise of good pay mean anything to you? Does it sound like something you may be interested in? And Tyr's just kind of whispering to Gob, and you can kind of hear those are at the table. You can kind of hear Tyr's. I'm not sure he's the kind of person you want to say no to, Gob. Just be cool.
Well, I think that's Gob's intention anyway, isn't it? So
I mean, you all can kind of speak as well here. It's, he's making the offer to Gob here, but you can kind of speak to Gob like Tyr is. You can discuss.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm thinking to myself, basically, that's kind of what Gob already is. He's a person who's looking for jobs and money and wants to kill people for money, right? That's his thing.
I feel like you're putting words into Gob's mouth.
I remember specifically hearing that Gob is just a man, just
Men at
a
arms.
sword.
He's a he's a sellsword. He's a man to hire, like a mercenary.
And I wasn't saying words, by the way. I was thinking that to myself.
He's not a bad guy.
So I didn't put words in anyone's mouth.
You're
Right. He's your Lord and Savior. I forgot.
I kind of say, I'm like, listen, guy, yeah, I don't know anything about you. I mean, who are you? Answer us that.
I'm interested, but I'd like to learn.
I'm also interested, but would also like to
I am
learn
the
more.
gateway of opportunity. I am the best friend that you can have, or the worst enemy that you can have. I can bring much convenience or become very inconvenient for those who cross me. That is who I am.
How close? Where are you, Anbach? Where are you right now? Do you know where you are?
I'm standing at the head of the table.
You're not. So is that? How close is the head of the table to where I am?
I don't know, 6 feet.
Well, I'm asking Dave.
Yeah, you're probably about, probably about 6, 7 feet. It's a pretty big table, a lot of room, a lot of food and drink and everything just thrown about it.
Since I can't, I really shouldn't try to relay too much information with it, too many different ways. I just want to give Anbach a look, and kind of like a wide-eyed look and a nod, like yes, like this is something we should do. Like that's all I want to say. That because I can't say it, so I have to use it. But I can't give him. I can't give you a reason.
His little dragon tail wagging in the back while he's looking at me with these wide eyes.
I just want him to know that this is something I think we should do, and that's it. Like take him up on it.
Honestly, out of character, I don't think we have much of a choice.
I know, but
there's choices. It's just
Yeah.
each choice has consequences.
I think we take the offer. But
Isn't this guy like a corrupt motherfucker? And
Right,
isn't Anbach all about?
we'll discuss
Didn't he
this
just give
later.
But
I was drunk.
We can't.
yo, your promise means nothing, you liar.
He was against slavery. Not
He
against.
hasn't said yes all yet, but I am trying to persuade him with my eyes to say yes.
I'm seeing the very
Because
clear
I have a
persuasion
plan, but
from Torrin's eyes.
I can't say it yet because I'm respecting the
First of all,
dimensions of the campaign.
The Leviathan thing, that deal, I'm of course stand by it, but that's like a later thing. Like we got.
Yeah, we can't just go for the Leviathan right now. We have to build up.
Thank you.
We got to start
But
small.
there might be better ways to do it than okay.
No, there's not.
Yeah, going
This guy's
after the
powerful.
Leviathan right now is like
No,
taking
no,
a
no.
rowboat out
Better
to
way.
fight a battleship.
Better ways than doing it than collaborating with this guy. We get a ship from. We could steal a ship from him if he still has ships, right?
Listen,
I
oh
think
boy.
that- I think that you gotta, if you want to change the rules, you gotta play the game.
Gotta make a new game.
Well, first of all, I'm surprised you wouldn't be more interested in this because he's saying he wants to pay you. So,
Well, I'm thinking that if Anbach is still willing to flip back on his principles, maybe he's gonna renege on my deal.
What principles?
You're all for the good guys.
Whoa, well, you're misinterpreting my principles.
he's not even doing it yet. I'm still trying to persuade him, and you can't say anything because if you do, we're
We're
probably
all
going to get
thinking
killed.
this. I'm still behind the bar. I'm hoping they
Right.
forgot about me, to
So
be
why
honest.
don't- Hopefully, I'm
Well, the
hoping
guards
say to
also
him,
behind the
why don't
bar
you-
are just watching.
Oh, crap.
Can I
I'm
just
hoping.
ask him? Can I ask him what do you need us to do?
Oh, that's a fair enough question.
I need you to do whatever I tell you to do.
Ooh, oh boy. I still
I
look
don't
at
ask
Arbok.
I don't ask you to do things. I tell you to do things, and you do them. You do them well.
What
you're
is the
paid
length
well.
of
You do them
contract?
poorly, and well, you know what happened in the alley.
What is
Yeah.
the length of this
Fuck up
contract?
your dudes.
You
Uh,
hear-
I hate it. I mean, like, I don't say this to him. But I hate a bully like this. So I mean, like,
What is the length of this contract?
well, if you do a good job, you can continue working for increased pay, and if you'd like to stay in the organization, you may.
You have dental?
Oh my god.
Gob really needs dental. Gob is on board with dental.
We're just looking out for God.
Healthcare, you know?
Hell yeah.
Let's just say the cream always rises to the top in this organization, and it pays
Well,
exceptionally
I got my
well.
white hot cream ready to go.
Oh my god. Okay, so I want to ask. I want to ask. Not that I plan on saying no, but you're allowing us the choice to not take part in. Is that true?
No, he said.
No, he's not.
He said if we finish, we could say we want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Later
I'm saying.
on.
Afterwards, yeah, after this first mission.
And to be honest, he's saying that
Planning.
doesn't mean that's going to happen.
Right. But I'm just asking that now. You can't relay that information to me right now, so I'm just asking him. And that is what I'm asking.
Can I like try to get some more insight onto this dude? Maybe give him,
Absolutely.
like,
Roll insight. See what are you trying to pick up precisely?
I mean, like, I know that his intentions, like, he's not a good dude. Like, based on what we heard last night and the way he's operating right now, I think he's very much like like just a corrupt kind of noble politician.
I think he
sort of
wants
figure.
maybe you.
What I'm trying to pick up is like, you know, I don't know.
Is he trying to
I want to
send
know
us-
a little bit about his like,
okay.
past almost.
Well, you're not going to be reading to his past. You can kind of read like his body language or his intents with insight.
Yeah, I want to read his intents.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the insight.
What? Oh, it didn't come up again. God damn it. 16. That's so annoying. God damn it. I'm just going to start double clicking.
Okay, so Akbal with a 5 and Katag with a 3. So you're trying to read his facial expressions, his body language, and he's got pretty much a poker face. You're not able to see really, tell if he's just lying to you or if there's any other intentions. So all you know is the deal that he's offered is you do well, you're paid well. And, if you're his friend, then you're treated well. And if you're not his friend, well, it's not something that you want.
Honestly, I'm down.
I'm down. And honestly, I don't want to give away too much how distrusting I am of him. So even though I want to pull out my knife and put it to his throat and be like, what's stopping me from fucking killing your greasy ass right now? I think I know better. So I'm saying, well, you seem to hold a lot of the control in these parts, and I am a good fighter, a hard worker, and loyal. So thanks for. Glad we can upgrade your staff.
So, God, I take it we have an accord then?
I agree.
Gob just kind of looking around the table and sees everybody so enthusiastic about it. Tears just kind of, I guess so. So Gob just kind of shakes and gestures. Splendid, splendid. You'll be contacted with more details of what needs to be done. But in the meantime, please enjoy the feast. You'll find that your rooms here are paid up for the next couple days. So enjoy.
Sweet.
Welcome to Seawall. And
Pretty baller.
he gets up, leaves the table. The halfling and the woman also trailing behind him. The guards at the upper floors start to walk down the steps. The other guards by the kitchen just kind of bang on the doors and also start to go by the front door where the other congregation of guards are at. They all start to exit, kind of clearing the way outside for him as he walks out into the almost blinding sunlight, the contrast from inside because all the shutters are closed. He made sure there was privacy in here for this conversation. And no sooner than they leave, the staff that were kind of, I wouldn't say locked up in the kitchen, but barred from entering the room, as well as the other patients from above, just start congregating down. The staff starts coming out and just, they almost look a little flustered, like, whoa, you know, that little ghost kind of look. The other patients don't really know too much what happened. They're just frustrated. They just want to get out of their rooms and get something to eat before they go about their day. People outside start coming in now that they're allowed to.
Wow. I mean, I take a big sigh. You know, I thought that was gonna get ugly. I thought we were about to have to fight maybe 10 or 12 people.
We need to breathe in a little bit, given how much you're stuffing your face.
Gob grabs an ale cup and a mug of ale, drinks it, and slams it down. What you get Gob into?
Well, I look at Katag after what he just said about me eating, and I say, that's how I cope with it. I was stressed out. I was not letting him know, all right? I didn't want him to know how stressed I was.
Eating Dragonborn.
And if it's kind of like the plate of donuts, you know, when you're being interrogated by the cops, they leave it out, and if you don't eat any, you're guilty. That's how it works. So I ate the whole plate. Haven't you seen Transformers? Anyway,
All right.
so yeah, and then I look at Gob and I say, I didn't get you in anything. It's their fault. And that's me. That's it. I'm done. For now.
All right. So with that, y'all finish your breakfast. The crowds come in. It starts, familiar activity. Later on in the day, you are contacted by a shady individual. Basically, this individual wears a dark hood, kind of covering most of the face, black leather, studded leather, little daggers in the boots, has a saber at the hilt, and basically knocks on each one of your rooms. And this is late at night. This is like 1 a.m. Just wakes you up in the middle of the night.
Great.
And gathers you all into, one of the rooms where you can kind of talk privately. Everybody's a little half asleep. And once you wake up, I am Reese. I was told that you will be assisting me on a job. So, I want you to gather your things, and we're going to the harbor. We leave tonight. We have a sailing ship ready. I will discuss the details when we're on the ship. Bring everything you have or that you may need for a long journey. It'll be a while before we come back to Seawall.
Okay.
All right, then. Do that immediately.
Yeah, I'm down to do that right now.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No
What's his name? Reese?
Reese, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's, from what I can tell you, he's another human. He,
Okay.
it's got real short, at least from what you can see on it, kind of looks like, kind of short hair, but you can't really tell the exact cut. Again, he just wears the hood to mask as much of his identity as he can. And it seems like he likes staying in the shadows. At least it's almost like natural to him, just like instinct. So, as you go to the harbor, you see the sailing ship that's waiting for you. It has no merchant banners, no nation banners. It looks like a sturdy vessel, but also kind of plain. It's meant to, almost like it's meant to blend in. The harbor master looks like he's not there. There's nobody at this particular pier that the ship's at. You have the sneaking suspicion that maybe somebody's hands have been greased where they want to keep this off the books. And Reese welcomes you onto the ship, just kind of waves you on, like, come on, we have to go.
Okay, so
There's already a crew on board, like they're starting to untie the ropes on the pier for the ship, and they're basically getting ready to set sail. So this is about, almost 3 a.m. They're trying to leave the harbor.
all right, well, back on to the open seas, just like we wanted.
Yeah.
All right, so now you have Tyr and Gob with you as you board this sailing vessel with Reese and this crew of rough and tumble looking individuals. Various races, everything from dwarves, half-elves, humans, halflings. And Reese, as you start to make your way out of the port of Seawall, you see in the distance the lights of the city, the stars at night, the welcoming spray of the sea upon your face, the mist, as the cold night air blows across it. Reese says, go get some rest and we'll discuss what is to come in the morning. And with that is where we're going to stop this session today.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I figured it was coming. I knew it. I could feel it.
Well, we did discuss that some of you needed to leave a little
Yeah.
early this week,
Yeah.
so I want to make sure you guys
JT.
had a nice stopping point to do that. And you got Gob back of your own accord, so that was
Yeah,
interesting.
By
That's an important
popular
thing.
demand.
Hey, you did it, not me.
Fantastic.
So
Right.
Yay.
anyway, I do hope that
Building and moving.
everybody had fun today. Congratulations again on completing another session. But I have
Congrats
again
on
been
Gob
your
back.
Dungeon Master, and see you next time, and happy gaming.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Happy gaming.